we did way back when we were talking about the power rule. The denominator in problem number 8 is a single monomial. So you could do quotient rule on this if you wanted to, or you could rewrite this as a product. So you could rewrite problem number 8 as cosecant of x times x to the negative 2/3. You agree with me that these two expressions are equivalent. So if you decided to do this, instead of using quotient rule, you could use what? You could use your product rule. So if I wanted to use my product rule, I could simply do my f prime g plus fg prime. Or like I said, you could leave it alone if you wanted to and go ahead and do the quotient rule. Either one would be acceptable. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and just use my product rule. So my y prime then, what is the derivative of cosecant? The derivative of cosecant is a negative cosecant x cotangent of x. There's my f prime. G is the x to the negative 2/3. Plus f, which is just my cosecant of x, times g prime, which is the derivative of x to the negative 2/3, and by my power rule, that's going to give me negative 2/3 x to the negative 5/3. So any questions on how I use my product rule here? Like I said, you could use your quotient rule if you wanted to as well. So now if I clean this up, getting rid of all those negative exponents, I'll have a negative cosecant x cotangent of x over x to the 2/3 plus cosecant of x, all actually negative 2 over 3 x to the 5/3. So you can get a common denominator and add these two together to simplify it a little bit further. Okay, so any questions on number 8? All right, what are they asking me to do in example 2? What does this notation mean? They want you to find what? What does this notation mean? What do they want you to find? Second derivative. So to find the second derivative, what do you have to find first? You have to find the first derivative. You can't get to the second derivative without first finding the first derivative. What is the derivative of cosecant? The derivative of cosecant is negative cosecant x cotangent x. Now what rule are we going to have to use to find the derivative of negative cosecant cotangent? What are we going to have to do? Product rule. So go ahead and find the second derivative for me by using your product rule.